What really happened inside that parked car on the edge of Seoul? The entertainment world is reeling from a tragic revelation. Veteran actor Song Young-kyu was found lifeless, alone, and silent after a storm of public scrutiny following his DUI scandal. Fans are in disbelief. The nation is left asking, was it guilt, shame, something far darker? Welcome to Red Carpet Revealed, where today we uncover the heartbreaking and unsettling final chapter of a man once beloved by millions. Stay with us. The truth may be more haunting than you imagined. It began like any other quiet morning in Seoul. The sun had barely risen when a bystander noticed a motionless vehicle parked along a dimly lit street in Mapo district. No one could have imagined that inside that black SUV lay the lifeless body of Song Young-kyu, an actor revered by many, respected by peers, and until recently, scrutinized by the public. His sudden and tragic death has not only shaken the entertainment world to its core, but has sparked fierce national debate over mental health, media pressure, and the unforgiving spotlight of scandal. The timeline is chilling. According to the official police report filed by Officer Choi Hyun-jun, lead investigator from the Seoul Metropolitan Police Department, the actor's body was discovered at approximately 5:47 a.m. He was seated in the driver's seat, Choi revealed at a press conference held later that afternoon. Signs of foul play have been detected so far, treating the case as a potential suicide. But a full autopsy is underway. What has made the news even more jarring is the proximity to the DUI scandal that tainted Song Young-kyu's decades-long, relatively scandal-free career. Just 1 month prior, the actor made headlines after being arrested for driving under the influence near Gangnam. His blood alcohol level exceeded the legal limit, and the footage of his stumbling walk from the vehicle went viral within hours. The nation that once praised his dignified performances suddenly turned on him. Comments flooded in calling for his retirement, his arrest, and worse. Industry insiders now say the backlash may have driven him to a breaking point. An unnamed crew member from his most recent drama revealed exclusively to Red Carpet Revealed, he was always quiet, very professional. But after the DUI incident, it was like he disappeared into himself. He stopped replying to group chats, didn't show up for rehearsals, and even when he did, he wasn't all there. We tried to help, but he brushed us off with a smile. It's the smile that haunts many. That gentle expression viewers loved, one that made him seem invincible, untouchable, was perhaps hiding a growing inner war. Song Young-kyu had always maintained a clean image. Known for his roles in legal dramas and period films, he was seen as a man of poise and intellect. Fans respected him for keeping a low profile outside of work, rarely making tabloid appearances or being linked to controversies. But the DUI changed everything. Brands dropped him. Broadcasts were quietly edited to remove his segments. And what was meant to be a career renaissance, his recent comeback project after 2 years of absence, was abruptly halted. Viewers turned their backs, and industry officials who once lined up to cast him started to distance themselves. The court of public opinion had spoken, and it was ruthless. According to close friend and fellow actor Lee Tae-hoon, Young-kyu was devastated. He called me one night, just days after the DUI, and said, "Hyung, I think I lost everything." I told him to write it out. That people forget. He said, "Not this time. They won't forget this time." Lee's voice cracked as he spoke with Red Carpet Revealed. I know what that meant. The actor's agency, J&K Talent Management. It's a brief but heartbreaking statement. We are deeply saddened to confirm the passing of our beloved actor Song Young-kyu. Ask for compassion and understanding for his grieving family and urge the public and media to refrain from speculation. Speculation has already taken root. Many fans have begun to question the role of the press in this tragedy. Was the media coverage excessive? Did social media become a weapon rather than a space for accountability? Entertainment critic Han Min-soo commented, "There's a difference between calling out wrongdoing and destroying someone." The way his DUI was handled, repeated broadcasts of the footage, aggressive headlines, commentators ridiculing his fall, it was a public execution. This wasn't journalism. It was bullying. News of his death spread. Fans gathered outside his agency's headquarters, leaving flowers, letters, and photos of their favorite moments from his films. One note read, "You made us feel seen and understood. Why couldn't we do the same for you?" Another letter simply said, "I'm sorry we weren't kinder." What complicates the narrative is the actor's personal history, one filled with loss and solitude. Orphaned at a young age, Young-kyu was raised by his grandmother in the countryside. He often spoke of her in interviews, citing her influence as the reason for his humble nature. Passing in 2019 reportedly left a void in his life, though he returned to work shortly after. "Work heals me," he had once said. In retrospect, perhaps it only masked the pain. As police continue their investigation, details are beginning to surface. His phone was found beside him, unlocked. A note was discovered in the car's glove compartment, but its contents have not yet been disclosed. Police confirm that it is being analyzed by forensics to confirm authenticity and determine whether it was written under duress or in a composed mental state. As the investigation into Song Young-kyu's sudden death deepens, the world now turns its focus to the letter found inside the glove compartment of his car. The police, after careful forensic analysis, confirmed that the handwriting matched the actor's and that no third-party involvement was evident. But what truly shook everyone were the contents of the note, raw, heartbreaking, and revealing. In the letter, which has since been partially released to the public with the consent of his family, Song wrote, "I am tired. Not just from this scandal. From the weight I've carried for years. I tried to stay strong for the camera, for my fans, for the people who believed in me. But in the silence, when the lights are off, I am alone. I'm sorry for disappointing everyone. I wanted to be better." These words ignited an emotional wildfire across the country. Public perception began to shift. The same netizens who criticized his DUI incident now flooded forums and social platforms with apologies and grief. Hashtags like "We filed Song Young-kyu" and "Mental Health Matters" trended for days. Messages poured in from fans and fellow celebrities, questioning how a man who gave so much to his audience could be left to feel so unsupported at his lowest. Actress Park Eun-bin, with Song on a historical drama in 2016, posted on Instagram, "He taught me how to breathe between lines, to find truth in a scene. I never got to say thank you. I'm sorry, Sunbeam." Another former co-star, veteran actor Kim Myung-min, appeared on national television in a rare emotional interview. Fighting back tears, he said, "We are in an industry that praises smiles and punishes silence. I think he carried pain none of us truly saw, or chose to see." What this tragic event has also triggered is a stark re-examination of how South Korea's entertainment industry addresses failure, and the crushing burden of public shame. South Korea has long grappled with the issue of celebrity suicides, often prompted by scandal, online abuse, mental health issues. From K-pop idols to beloved actors, the nation has seen far too many stars fall under pressure. Professor Young-kyu, a cultural critic and psychologist at Yonsei University, spoke on KBS News. "We are conditioned to celebrate success. We are brutal when it comes to mistakes. Public forgiveness is rare. Shame is weaponized. In Young-kyu's case, the shame outweighed the mistake. What makes this even more painful is how Song Young-kyu's final days might have looked. According to CCTV footage recovered by police, he had spent the night before his death wandering alone near the Han River. He reportedly stopped at a convenience store, purchasing only a bottle of water and a pack of gum. The store owner noted that he looked calm but distant, like he wasn't really present. The footage showed him sitting in the car for nearly 2 hours before turning off the lights, resting his head back, and never waking up. Schedule, according to his agency, had been empty for weeks. All previously scheduled shoots, interviews, and endorsements had been either postponed or cancelled in light of the DUI scandal. A comeback that once promised new heights had quickly collapsed under the weight of public condemnation. And yet, the irony remains, this man, for roles filled with integrity and grace, was judged not for who he had been for decades, but for one dark moment. The entertainment industry is now reckoning with his loss. Multiple agencies have issued statements acknowledging the need for better internal support systems. Actor Yoon Woo-sung has launched a campaign called Behind the Curtain, which aims to provide counseling and mental health resources for actors and staff facing media backlash or career-threatening criticism. "This can't keep happening," he said at a press conference. "We can't lose another friend to silence." Streaming platforms have begun to feature Song Young-kyu's past work with tribute banners, allowing viewers to revisit the performances that made him a national treasure. Films like The Justice Gate, Father's Letters, the beloved series Autumn's Courtroom have seen a surge in viewership. The resurgence is bittersweet, an appreciation born from mourning. His fans, who once adored his roles but overlooked his struggles, are now gathering across the country in candlelight vigils. Seoul's Cheongjeon stream was illuminated one night with 300 candles shaped into the actor's initials, SYK. Fan letters were read aloud, many of them from young people apologizing for not speaking out against the hateful comments they had seen online. One message read, "You deserved kindness. Even after your mistake. We didn't give it to you. Forgive us." And perhaps the most poignant moment came from his mother, his only surviving family. In a private memorial speech, later shared with media, she said, "My son was not perfect, but he was kind. He made me proud every day. The world saw his mistake. I wish they saw his heart too." Her words echoed through every home watching that night. The days following his passing, lawmakers began discussing the need for stronger protections against cyberbullying and media defamation. A new proposal titled Young-kyu's Law is being reviewed, which would require a mandatory 24-hour grace period before releasing scandal-related content, as well as offering immediate psychological support to public figures involved in controversies. Is it too late? For Song Young-kyu, yes. But for others, perhaps not. Story has become a catalyst, one that goes far beyond the tragedy of a DUI scandal and a car parked under gray skies. It has forced the nation to confront its own cruelty. Ask uncomfortable questions. To admit that the shine of celebrity often blinds us from the shadows of their reality. At the funeral, a handwritten note from a child fan was placed at the altar. It read, "You were my favorite because you always looked like you were listening. Someone listens to you now." And so, the final chapter of Song Young-kyu's life is not just about his death, but about the lives he may still change. About the voices that are finally rising in his name. About a system that must learn, or risk losing more hearts it claims to cherish. Let his story not be remembered as just another tragic end. Let it be the beginning of something better.